All right, beautiful. Today's shir is being sponsored Lekavod, the heilige birthday of Yosef Biliak, who works tirelessly every single day to get the shiurim out, to do everything behind the scenes. So, Mazel Tov Yosef. And today's shir is being sponsored. We welcome a new grandson born to our children, Moshe and Chana Newman. Mazel Tov to the grandparents, Reb Yoni and Rivki Fisher, Abe Newman and Rita Rivka Louie. To great grandparents, Rav Shmuel and Miriam Brazil. I think this is the famous Rav Shmuel Brazil. And Ethel Fisher and great-grandma, Marian Berkowitz. Mazel Tov to all the siblings, aunts, uncles, and big brother Yisrael Meir Newman. So Mazel Tov Rabbi Isai. If this is the Rav Shmuel Brazil, so I got to tell you the story. This is written in Nachman Seltzer's book. I told him the story a long time ago. It's one of these stories that's hard to write, but he got around it. When I was 3 years old, my father was a Rebbe in Shar Yashuv in New York, and we went to the Shar Yashuv bungalow colony. And on Shabbos, I was about 3 years old. I decided I need to build a tree house on Shabbos. So I ran around the woods, me and Yitzi Sussman, that's Simcha Sussman's brother. We went in the woods and we found, I said, oh, here's the perfect piece of wood for a treehouse. It was a nice piece of, what do you call it? A very wide piece of plywood. 3, 4 years old. So I went underneath it, I grabbed it with 2 hands, and I lifted it up slowly, and as I'm lifting it up, I'm lifting and walking with it as I'm lifting it up, and I fall into a cesspool, and the piece of wood covers me. And Yitzi Sussman looks around, and he doesn't see me. He has no idea where I am. He's screaming, Eli, Eli. Bativla Isa Hadama, and I'm sitting there in the cesspool, and it smells geschmack, it's gewaldig, and basically, all of a sudden, somebody flushed the toilet. I think, in my mind, that's what happened. And there was a big surge. And I come flying up, and my head hits this board. And, I pop it open an inch or two, and I scream, help! And he realized I'm underneath. That's when he realized. He ran to the bungalow colony, and he got my parents. And Reb Shmuel Brazil was in tow. Because people asked Reb Shmuel Brazil, is this story true? He says, I was there. I ran to save him. So my mother ran, Aleh Shalom, and she broke her leg. As she was so stressed out that she tripped and broke her leg. And they grabbed me out. And as my father grabs me out of the cesspool, I say, Abba, my yarmulke's inside. He says, forget the yarmulke, forget the yarmulke. It's okay. And they washed me off. They gave me, everybody in the bungalow colony came by and gave me treats. It was kedai. I got some licorice out of it. So anyways, Reb Shmuel Brazil is an aid to one of my first stories. Maiser's Shekemat Hayu. And here he is on this thing. Anyway. Real quickly, talking about